Okay. Not great, but hello, everyone.
Very light.
Yeah, welcome back to the Friends You Can Keep podcast.
ASMR. Silent ASMR.
I have a nice glass bottle again. Primarily because this past Friday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Well, you were looking at me like I should...
No, it's just... for those of you that watch on YouTube, if you could guess from my beard, probably 45.
I would not.
Without a beard, easily I could play a 16-year-old. If not younger, without a beard. But I am 32. Yeah, 32. Yeah, yeah, 32. We went to my brother-in-law's house, played some games. Decorum was fun. If you've not heard of it, you should look it up.
It is so weird.
Cooperative game. It is very strange, but very fun. We had a good time. What else did we play? The Betrayal card game was good. Better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
A little confusing on like the ending thing, but still fun. Monopoly Knockout is okay. I think could be funner.
Well, we're
going to look up if we did something wrong or what.
Yeah, or if there's something, suggestions people have for how to make... Because it is sort of... Right from the get, you know who's going to win.
Well, it's like... So I lost round 1, I lost round 2. Round 2 I did lose in a much shittier fashion. Some people did things that weren't necessary and didn't need to be done. But... Like, afterwards, we were cleaning our stuff up, and I see where it gave off, like, I was salty that I lost twice. So I wasn't really talking. But it was more of, like, me thinking about, because Smosh played it. It was more me thinking about, like, how they did it, because it felt underwhelming.
It was fun when you were playing, but, like, when you add up the score, it's sort of like...
When you only do, so 3 of us played, so you only do 3 rounds.
Yeah, it is short. I wonder
You don't start with any money like in regular Monopoly. So, like, it just felt like you got to the end, it was kind of like, okay, there it is. Like, it just, like, it just ends.
Add up your money. Well, and also we only went 3 times. So I wonder, like...
I don't know if because
would it be more fun if you went 6 times?
Well, so I don't know. Because like I said, on Smosh, they played with 4 people. And I can't imagine adding one more person makes that much of a difference. It would add a lot
more... Your board would be a lot more jumbled. So you would have a lot more knocking.
But I also don't know, like... Well, I guess 4 people going 3 times would...
No, you'd go 4 times.
Yeah, 4 people going 4 times would take longer. Because I'm like, their video was like half hour long. And it took us like 10 minutes. We also need to flatten our board out. I'm going to get it out at some point and put something on top of it. Because our board was like this a little bit. So when you would throw it, it would go like...
The concept of the game was fun.
Yeah.
And it definitely is good for like a situation where you want to play multiple games. Because it doesn't take long.
Yeah.
So you could play a couple rounds. You could throw it in when you have like a little bit of free time. It's certainly easy for kids.
Yeah, it was fun. It just, like I said, it felt underwhelming.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're going into it... like, it'd be unconsciously, because I wasn't doing it. I didn't think about that. But I don't know, like, if you're somewhat going into it with the mindset of when you play Monopoly, which is the whole, like, you're landing on other people's spaces and you have to pay somebody else. And, like, playing Monopoly, it's essentially just hold on to your money. Like, it's a race to the bottom, almost.
Yeah.
In regular Monopoly. Whereas in this one, it's a race to the top. So it's
all you're doing is getting money.
It's the opposite, exactly. Unless you land on the luxury tax.
There's a few spaces where you have to pay.
Or if you get in jail, you can pay to get out of jail. But, like, most of it, you're just getting money.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite of how you play Monopoly, kind of. Because you're also gaining money in Monopoly, but the purpose is to get other people to go out.
If the bonuses really change the game.
Yeah.
Because you just get... If you get that bonus... Because it was like... You get... all 3 colors, you get like $300 each. Well, that's $900. But then if you have all 3, you get an $1,800 bonus.
Which I assumed that's how that was. We'd have to look again.
But it says plus $1,800 as if you get...
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, like watch a couple of their videos to see like how do other people score
Yeah.
it? Did we do anything?
I think that's about all.
Or should we have been doing a lot more knocking out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we didn't really do it much until that very last one, but everybody was
Yeah.
in one clump, so it was
Yeah.
sort of like...
Well, and the other issue was we were trying to not throw too hard to go off the back of the board. You didn't want to throw it too far off center because our board was a little warped for whatever reason. If you threw it too far to the sides, it would just go off the sides of the board, and then you get absolutely nothing. So yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely play it again.
Yeah,
but
like it's not... The concept is
what else
is
did we
fine.
play?
Settlers of Catan.
We played Catan, which I love. I also lost that one, but that's again the roll of the dice. Because
Right, you can have all the strategy in the world.
we
but...
played where the game picks where your pieces go. We didn't play where you pick yourself. And like Jason said, I didn't even pick my colors. I think Xavier picked my color. But like I had the best spots for stuff that you need. But it was a 6 for bricks. No one ever until like
the end.
there was one in the middle and then maybe one towards the like no one was ever rolling 6s when I needed bricks. And then I had the 9 or the 10 was my wood. But then like I would have more wood, but then for some reason no one had bricks. So I'm like I need bricks and I don't have enough to trade to the bank of something and no one else has bricks to trade.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard for everyone, really.
But that was fun. I do want to get the dice back out because you can't play regular Catan with 2 people.
Yeah, and I think we didn't give the dice enough.
Well, I feel like it was fun, but I feel like it went quickly when we
Or
played it.
It may have
And we got
been-
to the end, and it was almost like the Monopoly knockout situation. Where
Well,
we're like, this was
it was
underwhelming.
a situation where you start to win right away.
Yeah, that could have been.
But it may also have been...
Well,
That's not...
When do you got to rework it?
You have to play multiple
We
times.
reworked Marvel Splendor because we figured out
Whoever goes first wins.
whoever goes first wins in a 2-player game.
Right. Right, well, and that's the other difference.
And
a
then
lot
we-
of games play differently
That we
for 2
figured
people.
out, like, you get
one of each.
whatever chips and whatever we did. I forget how exactly
I think we
did
ended up doing... You get one of each color.
Did we do just chips, or did we do, like, you get one of the base level cards, too? I forget.
I think it was just
I think
the
we
chips.
just did chips.
Because I think...
I think we discussed, like, each picking right off the top of the deck.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
don't look at it.
Yeah.
Or going, because some of those have, like, the Avengers logos. Like, if you got one with an Avengers logo, put it back in and get a normal
The
one.
problem was... Like, whoever was going first, like, they could figure out what they wanted to do. And,
Yeah.
like, the second person just could never catch up.
Whoever got to pick tokens first, subsequently got to buy cards first. And then that, for some reason in a 2-player game,
That accelerated everything.
all that does is you just continue to be able to get everything first.
And it's not, like,
it
obviously
didn't matter.
it wasn't every single
No
time.
matter what, like, we played a lot of that 2-player.
Yes.
And no matter what we did, no matter what we changed, somehow, no matter what card one of us was going for, the other person was also going for it. And then what ends up happening is you don't realize it till you're too deep in, and the person who went first has more stuff, so they can buy it first.
And I think we did have a few times where that's not how it ended, but it was more so...
I'm pretty sure every time we've played, when we were doing the rules that's in the book,
Yeah, maybe...
whoever
and maybe that's
went
why
first, because it wasn't...
Maybe we realized it quickly.
And granted, I didn't clock it right away, but... So it could have been before I started to notice it, but at whatever point... Because I often let you go first, just because who cares? Usually, I'm like, who gives a shit? But then I think I noticed, like...
Right, and then
not that I'm like, oh, I'm so good at this game, why am I losing? But it was a matter of, like, how am I not winning ever? And how am I...
Because I'm not... It's not like I'm phenomenal at it.
And how am I not really close? Like, it was never close scores. Like, you were... It wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't like, oh, you had 15 points and I had 13 points. I think it was like you had 15 points and I had...
Right, like 10 or 12.
10 or whatever.
Yeah. And you
like,
weren't
And I didn't have the capacity to even get
yes.
there. Like, I had to keep working. So it just became, to me, then the question of, like, what's happening here? And then I started to, like, watch and notice, like, okay, you started, you won. And then if we played 2 games, we usually switch. So then I would start, and then I would win. And the next night or next week or whenever we played again, then
3.
you'd win. And I, like, it was always...
Yeah.
Whenever I started to notice it, it was whoever went first won.
Yeah, so Catan might just need... We just have to play it a lot more to figure out what the problem was.
And then we played, which we stole this from Smosh as well. We played Mario Kart. You try to get a specific overall place, which we did 7th.
Mario Kart, yeah.
And then we played Mario Party. I think the way to play Mario Party is don't win. I think don't win is the superior.
I didn't like it, only because... and I think it's because it was the first time.
Well, I think number one...
And I was getting... It was like... Because you have to keep...
I don't remember... I don't think they... On Smosh, I don't think they play Super Mario Party, which is what we have and what Jason has. I think they play Mario Party All-Stars. And they've played Mario Party 3, which is one of the older ones that you can get if you have what we have on the Switch, which is the old games, because that was on the N64, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Or the GameCube? I forget which one. But, and I said to Jason, we could have played the older ones, because we have that. And he didn't really think about it. But I think our issue... I think number one, we need to set up, like, here's the rules. Here's how you play. Here's when you switch controllers. Here's
I
think
think that's why it was, because it was the first time we'd ever done it. So
in person, especially, because we usually did it online.
But we didn't try not to win.
Yeah, we did. Because you and I would switch, and Nathaniel and Xavier would switch.
Yeah.
And then I forget what we did. Like, if you couldn't make that, I forget what we did. But because then you also had like. When you play Super Mario Party, then I had the allies, and you get the ally mini games, and there's no chance of me losing because I have 4 people.
Yeah, it was
like
it was a little weird.
And then you had all the weird, like you have to go towards the star, but there's all these different directions, and now there's these like event spaces, and this can take you there, and like, do you do this? Or are you not allowed to do this? Like the Koopa. The Paracoopa that could fly you to an opponent. Like, are you allowed to do this? Because you could pick to go further from the star. Like, take you back to wherever the furthest person back is. Or do you pay and you have to go to whoever's closest to the star? Like, it was a whole big... But I know the other games don't have all that stuff.
Yeah, there was too much extra stuff that was making it complicated.
Yeah, that made it more like, because
what's happening? It was fun, because Mario Party is fun. Yeah. But it was like, it felt so complicated.
I do think...
And that's probably what it was.
I do think playing regular Mario Party is also fun. Yeah. And I think if you played Super Mario Party, you should play to win. But the rest of them, I think you should play. I think playing to lose is more fun.
Well, it's just because it's so funny.
Yeah.
I won insanely. I had 4 stars, 99 coins. Like, I couldn't do that if I was trying to.
Did you have 100 coins?
No, I had 99.
Did Jason have 100 coins? Someone broke 100.
No, I had 99, he had 95.
I thought you hit 100. I thought someone had triple digits.
I don't think so. Or I had to spend them.
I could be wrong,
I didn't end the game with over 100.
I thought someone had triple digits. And
then the Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart was just try to get 7th place. Which I did. I did good. Jason got it almost every time.
I got it once. Well, we tied once.
You tied once. There was one in like race 2. All 3 of us were tied for 7th. Like we did in the Grand Prix of 4.
Oh yeah, one of them.
After the second race or the third race or whatever, we were all, because Xavier was like 3rd or 4th, and the 3 of us were all tied for 7th. And then it was like, oh shit, where do I have to place in this next race?
Every time, it would be like, I did okay, but then there would be one where I did, the first 2 I'd do fine, the third one then I would get 12th, and then I'd have to get first. Like, I need first.
When I thought, the first game we played, my strategy was get first twice and then get last twice. Does not work. 30 is too high.
Right, you need about...
Well, no, it would be 32 overall, because you get 1 point for last. So 32 overall is too high for 7th place. Then I was noticing, if you do, like...
You have to stay in the middle.
You have to get between like 6 and 9 every time, somewhere in there.
Well, because it seemed about 22 was about like the average.
Yeah, 22, 23, somewhere in that range is usually where you end up for 7th. Well, my problem was, because number one, I hate talking about Mario Kart because it's so braggy, but like I don't lose at Mario Kart. I don't know what it is. I've played all the 50 to 200cc. I play the mirror. Like, I just don't lose. I don't know what it is. I'm too good at it. So then playing last night and trying to be in the middle was weird, number one. Number two, I had the issue of like, I was keeping 4th, 3rd to like 5th, whatever, the whole race. And then you get to the 3rd lap and stuff's happening. So then I get to like 5th while I slow down to try and get 7th or 8th. Well, then you're right at the finish line and all of a sudden, here comes like a bunch of shells, 40 people come out of nowhere, and I end up in either 10th or everyone else gets hit with shit as I'm like with them, and then I get boosted to 3rd place. And I'm like, how did this happen?
Yep. It is fun though. It does change the game.
Yes, it does. It changes the game a lot.
And for games that you've played a lot, it's fun. It also changes the dynamic because, like, yes, you're trying, like, obviously, the end goal is to win, but you're trying to win so specifically.
Yes.
That the dynamic of people playing is, like, less competitive.
Yeah.
Because
you're not going after each other.
Well, and sometimes you are.
Like, the way that we're all old enough and have played enough Mario Kart that if you're playing to win, you're all kind of in the same area that you're then going after each other to try and beat each other.
Yeah, right. Because the only way I'm going to win is if I hit you with a red shell.
Whereas in don't win or get 7th or whatever, like, you're trying to stay here and a lot of the computers are around you. Like, you're trying to just maintain your spot. You're not trying to beat other people. You're not trying to behind. Like, I'm trying to maintain the number I'm at.
And it's like sometimes, because you can't really like push someone forward.
No,
but like
you can, but not. It's hard.
Yeah, right. You
gotta really work at it.
Yeah, so like it's a lot of like braking and like steering. Like, oh, I'm right in front of you, but I steer off so you go in front of me. Like, it was a lot.
Jason did the one time, and it was hysterical because I was driving, and he came up next to me, or he had to have been over here. He tried to run me off. I think it was Rainbow Road. He tried to run me off the road, literally, and I was not driving fast because I was trying to get whatever placement. Right, you do that
like where you just tap your
accelerator.
Yeah,
I'm tapping the accelerator. I'm driving like moderate speed, and I just see him on my screen come over like this, and like I think he scraped my front corner, and that was it, and just kept going straight and off the track. It was hysterical. And he screamed out. He's like, I was trying to run you off the road. I'm like, well, you missed.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of screen watching too because like, you're trying. It doesn't really matter.
Him and I were trying to like just screw with each other. Because like I would watch his screen because he was usually like one ahead of me or one behind me. And then I was trying to watch his screen. I'd have the 3 mushrooms. So I was trying to get up if I was behind him.
Oh, like
I was trying to get up next to him because if someone hits your mushrooms that are spinning, they get boosted.
Yeah.
So I was trying to I would hit him and try to boost him forward. Or if you have the where the wheels are turned.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those things, because if you hit each other, you boost. So I just kept running into him and boosting him forward.
Mm-hmm. But it's just it's a totally different game.
Yeah, it's so different. But it's so
if you
fun.
haven't tried it, we highly recommend.
Yeah.
Any place, really. It doesn't have to be 7.
No.
7 is sort of the middle.
Yeah, we picked 7. You can pick whatever number you want.
Right. A hard one also might be get second. Because, you can't...
I think really 2nd through 11th are difficult. Because 12 is easy. You just get 12 every time.
But you can't all lose.
What do you mean?
So,
No, you have to, because this is so first is you're fighting for first. 12th would be you're fighting for last.
But, it would almost have to be, you cannot stop.
Yeah, you can't get to the finish. You can't be in first the whole time, get to the finish line and stop there.
Your vehicle has to stay moving.
You have to finish, yes. Your vehicle cannot stop.
Yeah, because that would... that would be interesting just to try. Just
Yeah.
to see, like...
But...
I mean, because I'm terrible, so it's not hard for me to get 12.
Because 2nd to 11th change so much as the overall goes.
Right, because it's not... You're
Whereas,
not trying
like,
to get a number score.
Whereas, like, 1 is consistently... If you get first every time, it's going to be 60 points. You get 15 points a lap for first place. And then 12th, you get 1 point a race. So either you're going to get 4 or you're going to get 60. If you're trying for first or you're trying for
But
whatever.
because, like, you're not...
Yeah.
Not each player's not always going to get the same number. Like, your
Exactly.
first one, you know, okay, so seventh place gets 6 points.
Yeah.
But then, like, you have to... It's this weird math game, too, that you're playing.
Yeah.
If you're really...
Well, like Jason said, too, we should have looked up what you get. Who's the neighbor?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's Tony talking to Robin.
Oh, that was scary.
I knew. I'm like, it's either them or it's the neighbors.
Ooh.
We should have looked up what you get. Like when you win a race. When you win a race.
Yes.
Because we knew, I'm like, I know you get 15 for first. I know you get 1 point for last. But there's only 12 racers. So 1 to 15, it's not like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's somewhere in there it changes.
Yep. Right, because 7th, I'm pretty sure got 6 points.
Well, I don't know. Like, does it do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Like, does it change when you get up here? Does it change in the middle somewhere? Because it could be in order, and then somewhere it like bumps up by 2 points or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we recommend it. Very fun. We, not really for my birthday, went to Texas Roadhouse tonight for dinner. Did not use either one of my coupons.
Oh.
My dad just paid for it, which we're not going to use them then because my free appetizer expires the 11th, which is Tuesday.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back. Yeah,
and you have to buy an appetizer, or you have to buy an entree to get.
Yeah, it was a weird.
And then
deal.
the 15% off for the anniversary of when I signed up for the VIP thing expires, I think, the 14th. I believe is when that one expires.
Oh.
15% off, but so they won't get used. But whatever. But I did want to talk about a couple of things when we were there. Number one, could the table behind us have been more fucking obnoxious than
Well, they were
before?
just so loud.
Well, what was so strange to me, so it was a mom and a dad, their 3 kids,
I think so. Yeah, one was a baby.
and then his parents. And at some point, they were talking about something. His parents had never been to Texas Roadhouse.
Maybe they're from out of town.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously there's Texas
Well,
Roadhouse.
it's not a big deal.
But maybe they're from somewhere where there's just not one.
And that's not a
around.
big deal. For you to not have been to a Texas Roadhouse is whatever. I don't care. What was stupid, that kind like, it didn't piss me off, but I'm like, one of those things of like, don't do that. Their waiter came to take their order, and his mom, like, is asking about the coupons that you get in the emails. And the guy's like, well, we send out a bunch of them. So, like, if you have an email, like, I can, whatever, like, you can put it in or whatever you do.
Right.
And she's like, oh, well, my friend sent me these and said, try to use them. And I'm like, don't fucking do that. Like, you know it's a rewards thing that you have to sign up for. Don't send your old lady friend your coupons. Like, oh, you're going to Texas Roadhouse? Try to use my coupons.
But also,
like,
if your friend did that, just try to use the coupon.
yeah.
Just say, like...
Or be an old lady and print it the fuck out. It's got a barcode on it.
Just show, like, oh, I have this coupon.
Because for a while, you would get them in the email, and they would say, print this out.
Yeah, and
if
bring
you
it.
didn't, they would tell you, we can't use it. You have to print it out.
Right,
because
because they had
scan
to...
your phone.
Right, they had to...
But now it's got a code, like, number
Yeah.
and a barcode. So you could have just printed it out and brought it in, and they'd type that code in, and you could have used it. Because in reality, for you to be like, oh, my friend sent me these, then I would be like, well, then you can't use it, because they're not your rewards.
Right, or, like, I don't know that it was already used.
Yeah, which they probably were. But then, like, I heard the dad talking to the son about, like, had they been to Texas Roadhouse before and whatever, and he was saying about, oh, well, there's an Outback right across, which there is, like, right across the road is an Outback Steakhouse. And they were talking about, like, the differences, and I heard the dad say, the husband, say about, like, well, over at Outback, it's a little quieter. And I'm like, And then halfway through their meal, I'm thinking, like, how? You're the loudest fucking people in this restaurant. Like, the restaurant was full. I couldn't hear any other table's conversation, but I could hear you people crystal clear the entire time you were there. Yeah, they were very
loud. But all four of them were just very loud talkers, I think.
Well, I could barely hear the grandfather who was sitting directly behind me. I could barely hear him. I could hear, like, most of it, but it wasn't the whole... The husband was an attorney. But it wasn't... Was he an attorney or was he a paralegal?
An attorney.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I thought that too, but then other stuff he was saying, I'm like, are you not a... Because at first, I'm like, you're giving me big attorney energy. Like, you're kind of a dick. You're super loud, but then you're complaining about how loud restaurants are. Unless he works
at, like, a weird firm. Like, I would never...
But then it almost, like, stuff he was saying then almost gave me the vibe of, like, you're not an attorney, you're a paralegal or something along those lines. But, like,
I don't... When someone asks me, like, oh, how you doing? I don't say, like, oh, I'm really busy because there's a big case, there's a big trial coming at work.
Well, the big cases, but then it was like, oh, I wish they'd pass on a lot of cases they don't pass on. And, like, I don't know. It was bits and pieces where I'm like, I couldn't tell. Because I did it at first, but I heard that conversation. I heard different things.
He may be, like, the... Because it did sound like it was medical malpractice, or some sort of injury.
Yeah.
But, like, he could be the...
Is he part of a team?
Exhibit person. Like, he could be the IT guy that helps them. Because some attorneys will bring their own person who puts their things up if they need a lot of visual aids. And he was talking about having an expert come in from somewhere.
Yes.
So...
Yeah. We definitely know he worked at a law firm. We just don't...
But
know for sure what his job was.
The way he was talking about it was an attorney. Because, like, no paralegal is bringing that work home like that.
Yeah.
Unless you're Aaron Brockovich or...
When they're doing some conversation about, like, they drove through Philadelphia and something to one of the granddaughters about the city and that's where the dad works. My dad hates his job.
Which leads me to believe he's an attorney because a lot of attorneys work... weird hours.
Well, I'm like, oh, when I work from home, and I don't say that to her, and I don't ever say that in front of her, and blah.
Which means you do.
Bullshit, you don't. Like, she just heard that from whatever joke conversation she had with. Like, no, she didn't. She's heard you tell your wife that you fucking hate your job, and then, like, the hilarity of. I forget what else he was going on about. They were just going on and on about so much shit, and I really wish I remembered what happened. Where the grandmother, like, laughed.
That when he said about
so loud.
The daddy hates his job.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving through the city, and she's like, oh, my daddy hates his job. And she laughed. I guarantee you people on the other side of that restaurant heard her.
And we're probably like, what the heck was that?
And I'm like, lady, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, it was wild.
Then we're leaving. I have one point of business with them, but it happened at multiple tables. I'll come to that in a second. Then we're leaving. So this whole segment is kind of like, have some better decorum at fucking restaurants, people. Like, I have 2 kids, and I'm not this big of an... I have 2 small children, and I'm not this big of an asshole. I also at one point noticed, like, yes, our kids have tablets with them. I noticed that at one point when their food got there, the mom took the tablet from the kid sitting behind us, and I was turning to look at Robin, so I caught it out of the corner of my eye. It was like the size of my fucking iPad. It was huge.
So, well,
it was like a goddamn computer screen in front of them. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It could have been one of those weird, like, leapfrog things, too, because they're really big.
But it was gigantic.
Yeah, they're really big.
Like, it was easily, I think, bigger than this. Mm-hmm. It was bigger than this. Yeah. It was huge. But I'm like, good God. So
but, like, how do you travel with it?
Yeah. So we're then leaving. And we're trying to walk through. The Texas Roadhouse's entranceway is a fucking nightmare.
I don't like where they have their hostess people.
It's set up so poorly. I think
it's not their fault, but it's also their fault.
I think you need to do away with picking your own steak. Because if it's a fact. Spoiler alert if you don't already know this. If you go to a Texas Roadhouse and it is busy, the steak you pick is more than likely not the steak you're getting. If it's not busy, if it's lunchtime... or whatever, if it's not busy, the steak you pick could be the steak you get.
Right.
because
because they have the time to go back.
Yeah, they
and
don't
get
have
it.
the.
It will be the size you.
Yeah, the
pick.
size you get, the cook you want, like
Yes.
everything will be
Yes,
right. It just
but-
won't be that specific
the
steak.
exact.
This is off now. Whatever. But we're walking through the exit, and I've got Robin. I'm not carrying him. He's walking. You've got Tony. My parents, which are not the smallest people in the world. There's a whole party of like 6 or something waiting to be seated.
It really
And there's
does
2
get
bigger
clogged.
people coming from the hostess stand with a waitress to get their bread and possibly pick their steaks. I could have gotten through, but my issue was this party of 6, the 2, like, probably 10 to 12-year-old kids are standing there on phones, and they're just in the middle of the walkway. And I'm like, corral your fucking children. Like, you see a family trying to leave with a 2-year-old. Like, get out of the way.
But anyone. No one can get around you.
Yeah, and you see that we're leaving. And you got people trying to come in, and now we're just blocking the whole thing because we're trying to get out. So, like, pick your heads up, get your kids in against the wall.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, like, it's mind-boggling.
They really have a terrible setup. Because...
Yeah, it's awful.
To come in or out, like, no matter what,
It's so small is the problem.
They need to put their hostess back on the other side. So that...
Yes.
Your waitresses don't need to get the bread from the little tray. So that no one needs to go over here where the steaks are. So when you come in, you stay to the right, and that's where the hostess is, and you stay to the left if you're leaving.
Well, my only thought with
like, you're right when you're leaving.
My only thought with the hostess thing and the bread is what they should do is they should do away with picking your own steak. I used to do it all the time. It's fucking pointless.
Just put the 32-ounce steak on the menu and get over it. Because it's not on the menu, so you have to...
Well, even if it's not,
but you can still order it, so just put it on the menu.
Well, but they don't have it all the time. So, like, call it a special then. You're like, it's weird for Texas Roadhouse to have specials, but, like, they don't always have the 32-ounce sirloin. They don't always have the 20-ounce ribeye. Like, those aren't...
so the
don't
ones
always
in the case
have them.
are, like, their specialty
Or, like...
cuts.
Put it on a fucking board. You got all these chalkboards all over the place. Put it on the board there. It says, like, tonight's special.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, the special cuts.
And then when you go in, if you're that frequent to Texas Roadhouse, ask your waitress, like, you got the big steaks tonight? Like, whatever you want to do. But, like, or put a placard in the menu. I don't fucking know.
Or just have the waitress say, like, if anyone's interested,
but my point is, like,
do
away with that. Somehow make it that in line with your hostess stand is where you get the bread. Everybody waits the fuck over there.
Yeah.
Then when you're called, you just go right from the hostess to the bread back to your table.
And if you need to, put lines on the floor that say, like...
What is smart is
here.
they finally got it that their pickup is back
Yeah.
in that hole again. Because they had the pickup back in the hallway where the waiting area was for COVID. Then COVID ended, they put it back up in the, like, main throughway for people coming and going. And then they finally were like, oh, we're going to put this back out here. Like, it was just so dumb.
The shame of it is, like, of the steakhouses around here, so we have Longhorn, we have Texas, and we have Outback.
Yes.
Texas has the best service.
Yes.
And the food is the most consistent. Mm-hmm. Even when at Texas your service is messed up. Yeah. Because we had it one time where...
Even when we've had subpar service, the food is still consistent.
The issue was we never got a text. And I went up to say, like, is there... No.
Oh, I meant
we didn't say anything because it was during COVID.
Yeah.
And we just thought, like, okay, maybe they're full. And it was just the two of us, and it was fine. And when we got sat, our waiter said, you waited too long for your table, didn't you? And we were like, it was longer than the quota time. And they gave us...
We didn't even get... It wasn't even a matter of getting sat. You walked up to say, like... Our time given was 15 minutes, whatever it was. And we've been here for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lot longer.
But you didn't get to say that. Because I think when you walked up, they were like, you've been here, haven't you? Like, they knew you
and we were still in the computer, but for some reason, something happened.
Because I
got pushed.
I think we had 15 minutes. We went in... Because we were waiting outside. I think we went... Because
they text you.
I think we went in at like 20 minutes and said like, hey, just wanted to double check, like, this is still working. And they're like, yep, you're on the list. So I don't know how, but I think they remembered us from doing that. Because then we went
Oh,
up.
was it the cubes? Were we using the cubes? Maybe.
I don't remember. There was something that we remembered, though, because it never called us.
Yeah, we never
got called up.
Yeah.
We were going up to say, like, what's the deal? And when we got up there, they're like, oh, you've been waiting a lot longer than you should have been.
Yeah, we're like, yeah.
But I was talking about the time we got sat in the bar and we had that real screwy waiter.
Yeah.
That, like, didn't say hello.
It was awkward.
He wouldn't end the conversations. He would just walk away. Like, it was real strange.
But, like, that's, like, very few and far between. And it's often not the worst it could be. So, like, the fact that their restaurant is, like, so shit. It's like, we just have all accepted that because clearly everyone in this area knows that, like, if you want to have a consistent meal, you go to Texas Roadhouse. Yeah. If you want to play roulette, you go to Outback.
Well, I think Outback
and
now has gotten
Longhorn is
better.
okay. It's just, it's usually a wait and the food
Longhorn,
is okay. I mean, it's consistent. It's just consistently not great.
Longhorn's food is always good. My issue with Longhorn is whoever, and it's every Longhorn I've ever been in. It's not just the one that's here. Every Longhorn I've ever been in, I don't know who designed that restaurant. You need your building to be double the size of what it is.
You need more lights.
Because every single table is right on top of the other table.
And it's so dark.
You can't push your chairs out. You can't sit comfortably at a table. Everybody is right on top of each other. And I'm like,
it's a difficult restaurant with kids. Not with a baby. With
adults.
With a baby. It's okay because you are just sitting.
Because like you get up to go to the bathroom and you have to like maneuver your way through these tables. Yes. Chairs are like this right up against each other. Then the waitress comes. Her ass is on your table. She's taking care of the table next to you. And it's like, why are we all just packed in here?
Yeah.
Why didn't you build a bigger building?
My issue is
because it is well, no, it's not a standalone building. This building is attached to it. But like,
no, it's a standalone. The one by us.
Oh yeah, it is. Which they're like, then why didn't you make this bigger? Like, I don't understand why
their food is okay.
Building...
Their menu is just more limited to me.
When they're a bit more...
In terms of, like...
In terms of your, like, chain steakhouses in our area, they're a bit more higher end. Because they've got the fancy seasoned steaks and the fancy,
Are they?
like... Yes.
I thought... Well, I don't know. I don't know who I thought it was.
In terms of the three near us, it's Longhorn... Texas.
I guess that's why their menu is smaller. But, well, my issue is, like...
Texas and Outback are kind of on the same level.
I mean, I guess Texas is the same. Texas just has so many steaks.
I think
But they do have a really good salad.
I think for, like... I think for the restaurant itself, like the ambiance, in terms of ranking them, of, like, quote-unquote, fancy... to casual or whatever you want to put your rank system, I think it would be Longhorn, Outback, Texas.
Yeah,
Texas
Outback, is definitely
Outback it was started by two guys in Florida and it's Australian themed.
Yeah,
but like they're not playing Australian music.
It's just like it's the light.
Decor kind of thing.
It's very light.
And then like the menu. But like Texas Roadhouse has country music playing.
Yeah, and they do their weird...
They do the line dancing and you used to be able to throw peanuts all over the place. And
but you used to be able to do that Longhorn too.
There's never a time, I don't remember ever being alive for that, so we didn't.
You were.
I probably was.
You were just too little,
When we didn't go to Longhorn.
Was it Longhorn? There was two that you could do it.
Lone Star, you thinking of that one?
Oh, yeah.
In the mall?
Yes, I am thinking, not in the mall, outside the mall.
Whatever, it was in the parking lot.
Yes, I am thinking of Lone Star, yes.
Texas Lone Star, as you call it?
No, Texas Longhorn is what I call it.
Yeah, you used to call it Texas Lone Star.
Because they are Texas Longhorn.
You used to also call it Texas Lone Star, and I'm like, no, that was the restaurant in the mall. That closed and fucked every other business in that building. Because they were the front and there were buildings behind them.
Yeah, Rita's, Joann's.
They closed and had been closed for over a decade.
Oh, yeah.
And no one did anything with it. No one touched it. It just sat there. Winter came, the pipes froze, burst, flooded every single business.
Yes. Yeah, that was a disaster.
But my final gripe... And this is not really a gripe for Texas Roadhouse. This is a gripe for all times. For all peoples. I hate. And I know how it comes across on this show. I know how it comes across to you. Because I rail so much on so many different things when it comes to people drinking. But I have no problems with people drinking. I've dabbled. I've tried things. I don't care for it. Champagne's not bad, but champagne doesn't really taste like anything. But I have no problem.
Well, the champagne you had.
I have no problems with people drinking. My problem is, like, when you go to a restaurant and the table diagonal from us
has an extra large margarita.
Number one, you can tell.
Beers.
Number one, you can tell what kind of people these are. This is a grown man, a grown ass man, neck tattoos, gauged ears, skinnier, tapered jeans with white shoes on, where the tongue is like over top of the jeans.
Oh,
so the jeans go behind the tongue, but then back down the bottom of the shoe. Their son, named Kelly, had a mullet.
Really?
Yeah, the birthday kid's name was Kelly.
Oh, I couldn't hear what he said.
Yeah, had a mullet.
That's very popular right now for
I don't
kids.
care. I don't care. You look like shit. But it wasn't even like it was a full-blown, like, Joe Dirt, big-ass mullet.
Yes.
I'm like, no.
They're very popular.
Hard pass. Yeah, but there's people who, my point is, there's people who make it look different and, like, do something with it.
Yeah.
This was literally just, like, ratty.
Well, maybe he was just, it wasn't styled for that day. That's why some hairstyles are tough for kids.
But then you look, she's got one of Texas Roadhouse giant fucking margaritas, and he's got 2 Coronas. And I'm like, which one of you is driving these children home? Then the attorney or whatever he is sits down with his family. I'm going to go out and wait for my parents. You know what to get me. The tall boy? Yeah, the tall one.
But she didn't drink.
Yes, she did.
Oh, she did?
The grandmother, the grandfather, the husband, and the wife all got booze. And I'm like, you have 3 small children.
Well, if it was only one, he can drive.
Because somebody got, the grandfather and the dad got the tall 22-ounce beers.
Oh, well, that's a lot.
Because he got the tall Coors, and I don't know what the grandfather got.
Who wants a... Why do you want that?
The grandfather
Of all the beers you could get, why do you want a tall boy Coors? He probably is a paralegal. You got 22-ounce Coors
Draft. Coors Draft.
Like, they offer other, like...
Yeah, because the grandfather asked, and the waiter ran through, like, we've got Blue Moon, Miller, Coors,
and that
Bud,
Blue Moon's
whatever.
Maybe they're thinking, like, I want the tall boy.
Well, that's what he gets. That's what he gets. Because he asked the grandfather first. The grandfather decided on the whatever, and he's like, the 16 or the 22. Oh, the 22. And then immediately, he was like, 22-ounce Coors. So,
maybe it's
so the grandfather didn't get Coors because he specified, like, I want the 22, and like immediately didn't miss a fucking heartbeat. And then
it's just like so boring. Why wouldn't you get a better beer?
I don't remember what the grandmother got. She might have got a glass of wine, and then
wine doesn't really go well with the food they have at Texas Roadhouse. I've tried it.
You need a red. Red goes with meat like that.
I guess, yeah.
And then she got something, and it was a 16-ounce.
So it had to, yeah.
Or vice versa. But I know one of the ladies got a 16-ounce beer, and the other lady's got something in a glass. Because I heard the guy say, like, oh, do you want it? Or it might have been a bottle. Because I heard somebody say something like, do you want a glass, or do you want...
Oh, so whatever. Yeah, she got a beer in a bottle, yeah.
But whatever it was, 4 people, all drinking, and you've got 3 small kids with you. And I'm like, which one of you is driving? Like... I just don't understand this. Just go to a restaurant and not fucking have a beer.
Or eat at home.
Or, well, my point is, like, if you're going to go to a restaurant, one of you drinks and the other one can drink at home. Like, why do you do this? What's the point?
It all depends. So, well...
Go home and drink. If your life is so fucking hard, don't leave your house.
One 16-ounce beer, she would be fine.
Unacceptable.
But, like...
If you're by yourself, sure, do whatever you want. I don't care.
But if she got... Why don't...
You and your husband? Fine. Have your 16-ounce beer.
But if you got pulled over...
Exactly.
It's not great. But, like, you are eating. Like, she's not over the legal limit. If she has her beer and she's eating.
I don't know. That's my
But
take.
you don't know, like, if you
That's
have...
my
prudish... If you have more than one, even with your food, now you're playing fast and loose.
That is my prudish, puritanical take.
If you have your children with you,
yeah,
you should probably...
And that's my point. If it was her and her husband, and he got a 22 and she got a 16, whatever. It's not great.
But you can drive. You're okay.
But I'm more lenient with that. If it's just the one. But if you've got your kids with you, no. Like, just drink at home.
Well, one of you needs to not.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't... Well, it's not going to be him.
Yeah. With your 22-ounce Coors Light.
22-ounce Coors Light that you immediately said before the waiter could move on to anyone else. You're walking away from the table to meet your parents at the door, and you know what I want. So, like, you clearly come here and consistently get a 22-ounce Coors Light on draft.
It was really weird. And, I mean, that's fine. If, like, Texas Roadhouse is your go-to, that's no problem at all.
It's our go-to.
But, like, not the issue, but, like,
well,
the
also,
awkwardness is, like, everyone in this dining room is hearing you.
Number one, we can all hear you. Number two, you're either dumb or you're kind of an asshole because your mother went on this whole conversation with the waiter about how the coupons work and, oh, my friend sent me these. To which you then, like, 10 minutes later, after the waiter has left, say, why are you a rewards member if you've never been to Texas Roadhouse? Because she's not a rewards member, dipshit. She just told the waiter that her friend sent her the coupons. Like,
and, like, you could use
you were too worried about your 22-ounce Coors.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
What did it come in?
One of those big mugs. You've gotten one before.
Remember when, like, they used to...
The boot?
No, it used
You'd still get the boot.
It would be, like, round and then skinny and then big again. Like, it would, like a whale.
That's what the Blue Moon comes in, I think.
And I don't...
Because they're Blue Moon
I think that
glasses,
was probably not at, like, a Texas... That
no,
was probably more
like,
of, like, a novelty... Yeah, like a novelty
bars,
place, yeah. Like a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Texas Roadhouse, I think you're getting either the mugs or the boot.
The big mug. I don't think they do the boot.
They do, but it's a specific...
Gas boot.
I forget what it is that you have to get
probably... Because isn't that like a more German beer?
No. Because it's not that kind of boot. It's a cowboy boot.
Oh.
The German one is like a fireman boot almost looking thing.
Well, yeah.
The one at Texas Roadhouse is a cowboy boot.
Yeah, it's like a legit just boot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's huge. It's more than 22, I think, the boot.
Probably.
That boot I'm thinking of.
Probably. The last thing I almost forgot. It's written down here. Because I have two TikToks to share, which I did. For those of you watching on YouTube, you'll be glad to know I figured out how to put the TikToks in here. So now it's not a matter of, like, go to our Instagram to see what we're talking about.
So you can see these in 2 days later.
Like, I'll have it in the video. We'll describe it, obviously, for our audio fans. But I also heard them talking. Did you hear the conversation about the babies not sleeping?
Yeah, with the
and what the solution was?
The grass-fed butter?
The solution that I've seen a whole bunch of videos online, which means he saw them on TikTok.
But how old is your baby? Because I don't know that they can they have butter?
The point of the conversation was to get your baby to sleep through the night, give them a tablespoon of unsalted grass-fed butter. And he was going on about something with, like, they wake up in the night because something in their body trips, but the butter, like, satisfies that.
But...
So then they'll sleep through the night because the whatever sensory thing is being triggered is satisfied by the butter. And I'm like... So how often are you just giving your baby fucking butter?
Every night.
And I'm like, a tablespoon every night?
That feels like a lot. That feels like a lot.
Do
you think he meant teaspoon?
I don't know. He might have. At some point, I thought I heard someone say half a tablespoon, but then I heard him say a tablespoon. So I don't know the exact measurement. That feels like
a lot of butter. How are you getting your baby to eat that?
Putting on a spoon, just like.
But like, so they have to be 2 to 3 months old, right? Or like, because you can't melt it. That's too hot.
Yeah, I don't know.
You mix it with their milk. I don't understand how you're delivering the butter.
I just heard that conversation and I'm like, never in my wildest dreams would I think, it's great. My baby really struggles sleeping. I know what it is. I'll just stick a
butter
tablespoon of butter in there.
There's a lot.
Well, if it is a tablespoon, are you just cutting that square and like?
No, I think your grass-fed butter probably comes in a tub.
I have no idea. I just buy butter.
Or like a rounded
I just buy butter. I'm not looking for unsalted grass-fed butter.
I feel like that... What are you talking about? Kerrygold?
And they were very specific. It has to be because unsalted grass-fed butter.
Because there's probably something like regular butter probably has
Diabetes?
That doesn't cause, that's the high cholesterol, it's the butter. There's probably additives in your regular butter that aren't doing it. There's something specifically from this, like, because it would be organic butter, from this butter.
That sounds
some
like
enzyme.
That sounds like some RFK Jr.
No.
I don't believe in vaccines bullshit where, like, my baby won't sleep, so I just give it butter.
No, it's probably, it's something that, like, crunchy moms realized work, and then just moms.
Well, it's not crunchy moms. It's one mother, for whatever reason, gave her baby butter, and then was like,
No.
holy shit, she slept through the night. I'm going to go make a TikTok about
But
this.
it comes, because it's probably rooted in something that somewhere people are doing
I'm
this.
sure.
Like, some community does this, but they're...
And then when you look into it more, that community also has a high death rate of 4-year-olds having heart attacks.
When you look into it, that community doesn't call it grass-fed butter because it's just butter.
Yeah.
Because that's how they make it.
Yeah.
It's not...
Are you accusing the Amish of doing this?
Yes.
Oh.
Or like something like that, where like this is homemade butter.
Yeah, and their kids are dead at 4 because they have a heart attack.
No.
They're just loaded full of butter.
But it's probably better for you.
My baby slept great, but man, his arteries are fucked.
I don't know though, because like, but I don't. Can they have that much fat? Can babies at that age have butter?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Have you asked your doctor? Like
This feels like it should be a consult your doctor before giving your baby a tablespoon of butter.
That's a lot. Because you know you're doing it every night. Because once it works,
yeah,
like you're desperate for sleep. You're doing it every night.
Yeah, you're definitely doing it.
And they said it's been working.
You're putting butter on a tablespoon, putting it in there, and then you're taking a little thimbleful of whiskey and just like splashing it in the back.
You put it on your finger and then you rub it on their teeth. They don't drink it.
You put it in a thimble and
you rub it. It's because the agents in the alcohol numb.
I'm aware.
They're not just boozing it up.
Yeah. All right, let's get these. Tickety talks.
I'm terrified. There was a new lane of TikTok that Tony was watching the other day because I got one, and then he like wanted to. Because he likes the animal ones. He likes the baby farting.
So we'll go with the.
But I can't remember what it was that he.
We'll
watched.
save the funny one for last.
Oh, you'll be very proud though. This is what I was watching some. Because I'll just let him go through. Like I'll flip through my For You when because he likes to watch the hot rock in the mayonnaise. Yes. But like I get a lot of animal ones or whatever. So I'm like, here, we'll just quick like flip through here, see if I can find one. Well, I stopped on one because I didn't know what it was, and it was an ASMR, and the woman is whispering, and Tony goes, turn it off, I don't like it.
Preach.
And I was like, all right, well, you come by it honestly, because Daddy doesn't like it either.
So we've got this one. This is the one I'm saving is funny. The one I'm going to show you, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. We will explain it to
the first one is not funny, the second one is funny.
The second one is funny.
Okay.
We will explain it
the first one is
We'll explain it after you've watched it to the audio listeners, because I want you to watch it and just give me your pure opinions. Make sure the volume's up.
I won't look.
You don't really need the volume, but I'll make sure it's up.
Oh, okay. I thought it. What could go wrong running through a marathon? Fuck off. Lady, they tell you not to cross the street, and that's why. Because you just ruined that woman's... She trained for 6 months, and you just ruined it for her because she tripped over you. You know who I blame? The fat fuck walking across the street.
I'm not confident she doesn't hit her face, though, the lady who falls. Oh, yeah, she did. Mm-hmm. Did you see it?
Yeah.
She hits her face square on the pavement. She does not brace herself at all.
I think it's too fast. She can't.
Like, she bounces off the fucking pavement.
Yeah, no.
And then they just go off camera. They don't help this woman up.
Because she knows she did something wrong.
So, for those of you listening, she broke her She 100% broke her nose.
I can't believe that runners aren't yelling because
they probably are, but you can't. You hear a fire engine.
This is very similar to Broad Street, where there's a lot of runners and there's a lot of spectators.
Yeah.
If a spectator so much as walks off the sidewalk, runners go, get back, get out of here. You can't do that.
You can probably.
No one says anything.
Well, I think it's because they're in this. They did wait for a pocket. Which isn't, you shouldn't do that. But
no,
I'm saying,
you cannot cross the...
No, you can't. But
can't.
my point is you're probably not hearing a lot because they did wait for a small enough pocket.
And people are getting around them.
Well,
I don't know why that runner...
Well, who knows where this is?
Wasn't paying... It almost seemed like she wasn't paying attention, or did she look away for a minute?
Well, no, she is...
Oh, they fall.
So what happens is...
They collide.
What happens is they have it... Well, first of all... For our audio listeners, it is a fat woman, another less fat, clearly her daughter, I'm going to guess, and then they're the smallest child and a dog running through a marathon across the street.
And not a slim, this isn't, just a few runners.
Yeah,
this is
it's clearly a
10
full,
deep.
Yeah.
I would have kicked that lady.
So she trips over the dog. She 100% trips over the dog.
Oh, okay.
And then what happens is this person here in the blue shorts...
Falls.
No, this runner.
Oh.
She is in the way and she's in the way on one side. The dog and the people are on the way on the other side. The woman who falls and breaks her nose cannot get around this dumb fat bitch who tripped over this dog. So she has nowhere to go but over top of this woman. And then she falls and breaks her fucking nose.
I would have said, you need to get out of here.
I would 100% have been getting...
She should be ashamed of herself of letting her kids walk across. Because it's very dangerous. Yeah. You can't stop on a dime.
Well, what cracks me up is... So, it's these three people with the dog. She trips over the dog.
Poor guy.
Guy's face oh my god.
Yeah, he can see it coming. He probably hears it.
Three people with a dog. She trips over the dog, falls. Causes a runner to trip over her and break her nose.
This woman spent at least a year.
The two people, the daughter, because I'm going to guess it's a grandmother, a daughter, and a granddaughter. I'm guessing. The woman with the dog runs over to help the woman she's with that tripped over the dog. They do nothing for the runner they knocked over. Nothing. They just let her ass on the ground and walk away.
Because they probably live in this town and they did not pay
attention.
attention.
It's clearly a city.
Yeah.
So they probably live in the city.
And they don't pay attention.
They're trying to get from A to B. Mm-hmm. What's worse is there's a crosswalk down here. You know there is because there's stoplights. Not that that's better.
But you can't use them.
No, you can't. But my point is this is just in the middle. You're just in. There's nothing. You're just in the middle of the road.
Yes. But you won't get jaywalking.
I'm not going to forgive it, but it would have made more sense a little bit more logically if you went down to the crosswalk, which is clearly not far from where you crossed.
You don't do that.
I guarantee what this was they were up here, and they were trying to find a place to cross, couldn't find one, got to here, and then probably the lady who fell was fuck this. I guarantee. The lady who fell probably got to the point where she was fuck that, and just started to cross.
So...
Because who crosses first? The lady who falls?
No, I was looking.
Or the lady with the dog?
So there's no...
There's no barricades anywhere.
Did she push a barricade?
No, there's no barricades anywhere.
Because that's even worse. I think they only do that where there's the other side can
I think
be
there's
cars.
cones up.
Where their other sides can be cars.
There's these pylons there.
Yeah, but there's no car.
Who goes? I think it's the lady with the dog goes first. No, they're all kind of together.
That's the road, though.
They're all kind of together. Yeah, if you look, there's a sidewalk back here. So they're probably on this sidewalk, trying to find a place to cross, can't ever find it, and then just said, fuck it, and went across the road.
No, you deserve to get run over. So that runner should have just stepped on you.
What's the dog doing?
Overwhelmed.
Helps lady up. The dog's jumping on him, trying to push him out of the fucking way.
Yeah, because the dog's we shouldn't be here. That lady's not bleeding, though. She's not bleeding.
Well, she gets up and she's immediately holding her nose. She's slammed when she comes in right here. She's doing this.
Yeah.
She broke her nose.
Or teeth.
Because her face, bam.
Yeah.
She bounces her face off that asphalt. Let's take a look at the comments.
Because
I commented, idiots. Also, I got flagged and removed. I appealed it. Got put back up. Thanks, TikTok.
Because TikTok was like, you know what? You're right.
Someone who hasn't run a day in their life just ruined a race someone trained 6 months to run.
Exactly.
Why did no one check on the runner who literally face planted? Not only did they put
someone did. I'm sure there was someone off to the side that was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
you
there was
just aren't
somebody.
Seeing it.
Well, you see her like yelling off camera.
Yeah.
And then she turns to continue running. Not only did they put everyone running in danger, they fell into her, knocked her down, and still didn't help her up.
You put that kid at risk.
She hit her head and possibly mouth on the pavement. I hope she finds them and sues. Mm-hmm. Or are you suing the people who run the race?
You can't.
Why can't you? Because it's not blocked, which it should be.
But that's the problem. Are you told that this is an open roadway? Because when you are, you assume the risk as the runner. So you can't. I don't know. You could try.
Who cuts through a marathon like that? The lack of situational awareness of people baffles me.
With your kid.
Who in their right
You're not
mind,
just an adult doing that.
Who
You
in
have
their
a
right
child.
mind would walk through a marathon? This angers me so much.
People who live in that city and did not pay attention to the posted signs for 2 weeks saying that this road's going to be closed.
With a soda in her hands. I'm pretty sure it was a coffee.
I would have kicked it. I would have made sure that coffee fell on the ground.
You better believe, like, I don't run marathons. I don't care how much money this cost me. I don't care how long I've been training.
A decent amount.
I'm going to finish it. Don't get me wrong. But I know if I ran, I'm not going to be someone who gives a shit about my time. So I'm going to finish the marathon. But you better fucking believe I'm getting off that payment and I'm kicking your fucking ass right in front of that kid. I'm beating the shit out of you.
I would have yelled.
Yeah,
She probably
You
did.
hear no one yelling.
But I bet you they were.
Like, you better believe I'm causing a scene on the side of this raceway.
And there may, because usually there's a lot of cops.
And hell, like you said, it is shocking that no one else is yelling. No one is saying anything.
And
she falls and people just run past her and like, oh, you see the faces like, oh, shit. Like, everyone just jumps over the fatty and like goes around him and like whatever.
Because like,
But you better believe, like, even when she's down on the ground, I'm screaming at you when I run past you. Mm-hmm. I'm screaming at you. I'm screaming at that dog.
Even I'm not the lady that gets run over. No. I'm someone who's.
That's what I mean.
I would be. You gotta get out.
I'm coming up 5 minutes later and just seeing the wreckage. I know you're not running. You have a dog with you and you're all in like casual wear. I'm screaming at you.
Yeah, get out of here.
You better believe you're gonna hear me yelling. What the fuck are you doing?
Yes. Because minimum, she spent $100.
Yeah. Sound off what your thoughts are.
I hate it.
So then I knew. I'm like, I'm going to show. I have to say this to the podcast because I'm going to show it to Kelly, and it's going to
no respect.
Infuriate her.
No, you know what's worse? Do you know what's worse? When you are doing a bicycle race and a motorcycle cuts off a bicyclist and hits them. Disregards the stuff, like all the notice, because it is
blocks and the barricades.
It's not full. You are told.
Yeah.
It's because it was a triathlon, so it was only I don't know, 20-mile bike. I don't know what it is. But you're on the main road. Mm-hmm. You have a lane, but the road is open.
Yeah.
But the motorcyclist disobeyed, crossed, and hit a person on their bicycle.
Yeah. And that's a little more closed off because you're on a bike. That's a different story than people just running.
Oh, I can make it.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
Well, no, I meant in terms of like barricades and such.
Yeah,
like it's not like this where it's clearly all open.
No, it was just we just have a lane.
Yeah.
But like it's not barricaded. You could.
But I'm sure there are like
there's cops.
Well, and I'm sure there's cones or whatever every so often.
But they hit a person on a bicycle.
Yeah.
So one, you don't. Did you not see the other bikes?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of us.
Yeah.
And just
because people are stupid.
Took them out. No, because they think like I can make it.
And they're
you don't mean me.
Yeah, because you're stupid.
I can get it. We do mean
you. Because people are stupid.
Only
an idiot would think like, oh, I got it. Only these idiots. You should never run through a marathon. But if you're more able-bodied, there was a big enough gap in these people. You could have made it.
You can.
But instead, you're trying to run. You see people coming. Then she gets too close to the dog, trips over the dog's foot. Like, number one, if you're going to do this, what they should have done was one of you should have taken the dog, waited. Then the other one should have taken the little girl and gotten across and then went about your day. Not, let's all cross at the same time.
Because you can't... It's no one is saying, like, you can never... There's no reason why you could ever cross. Because you can.
Exactly.
And eventually, it's going to thin out where you could...
Yeah.
You could walk.
That's my point with this. You can see in the video, there's a big enough gap. But instead of doing it intelligently... Or
quickly, you gotta run!
You're
Don't
like...
shuffle!
You're like power walking through with your coffee in your hand. And like I said, she clearly sees the bigger crowd of people coming, tries to get closer to the rest of her group, trips over the dog. Stupid.
Those people deserve to get run over.
So this is our other one.
Oh, it's an old man.
So this is in the vein of, like, we had the candy in a previous video. The old people doing, like, the candy salad, and it was lemon drops and cough drops or whatever. This is the science magic trick thing.
Why are none of these people...
Where you've got the tray full of water, you put the tea light on there, you put the glass over it, and then the water comes up into the thing.
Why does
they did
no
it on Good
one
Mythical
care?
Morning.
Oh, hers didn't work.
Yeah, it did. This is a retirement home, or assisted living facility of some kind. I'm guessing
It
more
just
of
says
a
residence.
nursing home kind of thing. It's old people doing it. The look on their faces is just like, whatever. The description of the video is... Trying something new with the residents besides crafts. We decided to try some science experiments.
Oh, look, that guy laughed. He looks excited.
Yeah.
This man looks like... Girl, I'm an astrophysicist. What the fuck do I care about
So
this?
the video itself is not funny. I like the video. I like doing this for old people. It's great.
Well, and
you're in your nursing home.
Oh, and I love watching those. Like, it's
People
so funny.
are trying to find shit for you to do. It's
I like
not
the
just
casino.
Like, let's do more knitting. Like, it's all stupid. The comments on this video.
Oh, man.
And this is our final segment. I did comment. Mine is the first one that comes up a week ago.
Will yours always be the first one that comes up? For yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if I comment on it, mine when I click on it, it will come up first. This is legitimately awesome. This comment section is hilarious, but this is actually cool to see. I'll just read some of these comments because they're fucking... I was in tears when I watched this.
Are they making fun of the old people or no?
As someone who works with the elderly, please let me tell you all that they all look unimpressed, but they will be talking about this for weeks, if not months.
Okay.
Why are you treating them like toddlers? Have y'all been around the elderly recently?
I mean, is that what you're
quotes.
supposed to...
Why are you treating them like toddlers is in quotes.
Oh.
And the crowd went mild. Everybody is hating on this. Meanwhile, I'm 25 and running to Dollar Tree right now to go buy some tiny candles to show my grandma this trick. The look of
we should show our kids. You think they would like it?
The look of pure indifference is something I strive for. They were all like, well, okay.
Like, the first guy, like, doesn't even...
This person commented, the OP replied, it's something new for them. They were more curious than anything. Me watching, smiling emoji, them doing.
Yeah.
The straight face emoji. Honestly, most of them didn't even have a childhood. They were put to work or made to take care of their siblings. Who cares if they're doing activities? Let them live for once. That's nice to hear. This one's in quotes. That's nice, dear. Now who's going to clean all this up? They might not look impressed, but this definitely was the highlight of their week or month. They're all like, yep.
Yeah.
Should teach them poker because they don't react to anything. They may not have been wowed, but I guarantee they told a friend or showed a grandkid this afterwards. These are not the funny ones I saw, and not a single soul was impressed. Where the fuck are these hilarious ones that I saw a week ago?
You gotta go deep.
When you live so much life, nothing surprises you anymore.
But, like, okay, the guy number one looks really old. Most of them don't look that old.
One of them was...
One guy looks like he doesn't belong there.
This one's in quotes. It just says, the person that I replied, I'm literally crying laughing at this comment. Holy shit, 5 stars, because this woman commented, I was in a war for this. The first guy's
reaction is definitely like whatever his profession was, he
says,
already knows why this works.
This one says, I like how they sneak up on the candle so it doesn't scare. Oh my god. Oh god, there's a lot of Alzheimer's comments in here. They look so unimpressed. Starts accusing everyone of witchcraft.
They probably did say like, "Oh, we did some voodoo at the home today."
Oh my god, this is incredible. Is that a vintage Arby's Christmas glass? Where the fuck is that?
The cup they're using. Because aren't they all using the same
What
cup?
the hell? You should see Marge and Fred when we do hymns and bumps in the day room? What the fuck?
What's a bump?
The majority was so unimpressed. Some of them are definitely about to call their pastors on you. Oh god. Some of these are incredible. These are not the ones I saw. When you don't know magic, everything seems like physics.
What?
I dread the day I get old and start losing my mind to only have children's tricks shown to me in a stale, sanitized room. Was any of them impressed, all just wanting their pills and a nap?
Probably. They're probably like, I came down here because they told me there were snacks.
Paw Paw don't give a damn is what it says in this one. Yeah, the last time, like...
Go way down.
When I saw the one about, like, I was in a war for this, I was in tears because so many of them were so funny that when I got to that one, it fucking broke me. Like, oh my god. They want to do bingo, not this.
I mean, bingo gets testy. You gotta be careful.
Someone else! I have the same 1990s Christmas Arby's glassware.
What?
There's a lot of, like, why are we out here treating old people like they're toddlers? And there's lots of comments, like, if you look in the tags, it's got a dementia thing and an Alzheimer's thing, and that's why they do stuff like this.
Well...
And my children never visit.
But isn't... Because they say that, like, taking the little kids... Like, the big thing is, like, preschools going to, like, the... Those types of homes, because, like... It benefits both of them.
Yeah.
Because, like, the little kids just love to hang out with people, and, like, the elderly people, it, like, sparks something in them. So I think it's not like you're treating them like a toddler, but showing them kid things trips something in there.
Yeah, man, these are incredible.
I'd want to try that, though.
They all look unimpressed, but they will be talking about this for weeks, if not months.
They do. Like, honestly, they look like they've seen it already. You know, like, oh yeah, just put this cup on here and then all the water's going to explode. The last guy does laugh.
Yeah.
But we don't know if he's laughing about the cup or if...
Who's the woman?
Hers, like... I like the music too much. It's like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Hello, mother, hello, father. Because a lot of people were commenting, like, the first woman is me, was a lot of the comments. The first woman looks pissed.
Well, I can't see it anymore. Is she the first
No,
one?
the first lady is this lady.
Her eyebrows go up and then immediately down.
She looks like... She's clearly confused, I think, but she looks pissed about it. This lady is legit sneaking up on this candle.
She's like, look, I did it.
Yeah.
See, this guy looks really young. That's why I was confused. But if it...
Well, he looks younger, but I think it's just darker
Yeah, well,
hair.
yeah. I think
He looks around like, did that work? Is that what's supposed to happen?
Right. Is this it? Did I do it?
Oh my goodness.
Like because isn't there someone who does that on the candy bowl?
Yes.
We're like, me? Is it me?
Do I still have
Are you
that?
ready?
Do I still have
Should
it?
we go?
We could talk about it again, because then I could put it in this video.
I love it so
I do have it right
much.
here.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'm bringing Bertha's caramel candies.
I love him so much. This guy right here. You ready?
You ready?
I love him.
And I'm dumping cold drop candy from Walgreens.
Cough drop candy from Walgreens.
I love
Here you
him.
go.
And it's already open. Well, I guess they're all already open.
I'll give you my trash.
My name is Steve, and I brought nice fruit flavored candy.
Unwrapped.
Are they unwrapped?
Yes, of course they are.
Yeah.
My name's Peter, and I brought Metamucil fiber capsules.
Yes, get it, Peter. I love that you brought Metamucil.
My name is Maurice, and I have dried plums.
Are we all trying to shit?
Come on out, boys.
Come on out,
Come
boys.
on out, boys.
Come on out, boys.
My name's Joseph, and I brought some Save Our Travel Sweets lemon candy.
Oh, unwrapped.
Did you see all the?
And you left your garbage.
Did you see all the dust?
Yeah.
All the lemon coating.
You never had
dust? No, I haven't. Did you see all the dust dump out of the bowl?
I just love this because they all look so excited to be doing it. And
No, you know who doesn't look excited? The Metamucil fiber
they
capsule.
brought absolute garbage to this candy bowl. These men are so proud of their candy bowl.
Warner's original.
It's just a shit.
Warner's original is proud.
Okay, I love it.
This guy, what's his name? You ready?
Peter.
My name is Shane.
Oh, Shane.
Shane is very excited for this. Metamucil fiber capsules is the fourth guy, and his attitude is like, "Get me the fuck out of here."
He's excited. He's excited.
Yeah, he's excited. Who's Metamucil?
He's next.
What's your name,
Peter.
Metamucil?
His name's Peter.
Is it Peter?
He's Peter.
Hi, my name's Peter, and I brought...
Peter is trying to get in and out as fast as possible.
But
he's like, I
also-
do not consent to being in this video.
He drops in like 10 capsules. He's already taken all these. He's ingested every.
No, there's a lot more. There's a lot more than 10 in there.
I like
This
that.
guy also works here.
Why does he say nice though? Is that the brand? Because he says it
No.
twice. No, not him. The candies.
Nice fruit flavored candy.
I think that's just an old, because he's an old
Because he
Jewish
says
man.
it twice. I was like, is it the brand or
I
is
think
it
he's
nice?
I think he's because an older
He's
Jewish,
adorable.
an older Jewish guy.
He's adorable, and he's wearing a yarmulke. That
He's
is
a
not.
nice-
We are
nice-
not assuming that is.
No, yes, you'll see in the video if you watch it on
He's
YouTube.
wearing a yarmulke.
He's wearing a yarmulke. I mean, I could also assume
I'm
by
assuming it's a Jewish community center.
I could also assume by the nice,
and the first
nice
guy
fruit
with
candies.
the way his accent is, but I think it's a Jewish.
The
community.
second guy with the Domino's hat is who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
What does he bring?
The cough drops.
The cough drop, that's right. And then Peter with his Metamucil. Incredible. They're all so good.
But it's just so adorable.
Oh, here it is.
Up cough drops. Ooh, mega bag.
Barb and I brought coffee.
Barb and I brought cough drops.
Oh, with the perpetual frown. I love you.
If you're unlucky enough, you might get one.
And if you're unlucky enough, you might get
I
one.
love her so pessimistic.
Jen, I brought caramels.
Caramels. Ooh,
My name is Jen. I bought cameras.
there. Ooh, with her life alert right there in the front and center.
That's her magic.
No, that's her life alert. Help! I've fallen and they can't get
This
up.
is our last one now. We're going way over time. Not really.
Okay, my name is Alice, and I brought daily fiber.
Oh my God.
We're all trying to shit.
Oh, you want them in there?
Oh my gosh. The person doing the camera did not know she was bringing fiber tablets.
I think it's another old lady behind the camera. That's not the person with the camera, because the camera's here, and she's like, "My name is Alice, and I brought daily fiber." And you hear someone go, "Oh my gosh!" And she like looks over here. I think it's probably the first lady. Like,
What's so funny
Jesus
is-
Christ, Alice.
Did they tell them candy or did they just say show up with something you want to put in a bowl?
Okay.
My
Yeah.
name is Sarah, and I brought fruited candy.
Fruited candies.
I love you.
Hi, my name's Wyatt, and I got prunes.
More
It matches your
prunes.
shirt. Minnesota Viking. But why prunes?
Come on out, boys. Come on out.
Why prunes? Ugh.
There,
Don't
good
leave-
enough.
My name is Jean, and I brought lemon drops.
No, you brought cough drops, girlfriend. Those are just
She is
cough
trying to not get rid of the whole bag.
drops. Yeah, she's trying to hang. She's got a little clutch
She's got a handful in the corner.
up here. Like I'm just trying to keep these.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh, those
The
old ladies.
TikTok rabbit hole of candy
If you're
salad.
unlucky enough, maybe you'll get one. I
My
love
name
her.
is, what was her name? Barb?
Yeah, Barb.
Barb and I brought cough drops. And if you're unlucky enough, you might get
If
one.
Squidward was an old lady, it would be her.
Oh my god.
If Squibbard was
If
an old
Squidward was an old lady. Oh,
It's just so
Lord.
fun. We need to get my grandmother on TikTok, don't you think? I think she'd be hysterical.
Oh, Christ.
I
you
could get her to
imagine?
put some candy in a bowl.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god, she's a hoot and a half. Like, honestly. We could get her to do some wacky shit.
Oh,
I could get her to tell all her...
100% for our channel. Have her get all her friends together to come to her house and do a candy salad and tell them, don't you fucking dare go buy something.
Yeah, we
you
need-
bring what you
Yeah,
have in your
you
home.
find me something, and if it's not candy, you just find me something that you don't want anymore. And you
What
put
I
it in
need
this
to
bowl.
know is, what did they tell those people? Because I really have to imagine.
Do you think they
you were told bring candy? That guy brought Metamucil fiber
Or
capsule.
do you think it was a situation where they had like a table, like the facility bought some things that like, or they asked like, name a candy, and they just went around and like asked it, and then they bought that stuff.
I just don't know. That guy had dog treats. That's why I don't understand. Like, what were you told to bring? What was the assignment?
If that's a day program, that's a little different because they could send something home saying like, okay, tomorrow we're going to do this. Bring this in.
But again, what did you tell them to bring in?
Maybe just bring something in that we could. Maybe they showed them a candy bowl TikTok.
That's why I need to know that. I need to know what the wording is. Because if I tell these old people at Mimi's place to bring candy, they're gonna bring candy and it's gonna be boring.
I don't know.
I guarantee.
Well, right, because they're just old.
Well, they're kooky, but they're not like
Oh my god.
dementia ward. and
Right,
they're
they're just old.
It's not assisted living.
Yeah, no,
where
they're
she's
just
at.
No, they're just in.
They're just kooky
It's
old people.
It's essentially just a retirement community.
Yeah, they're just kooky old people.
Yeah.
So like, if you tell them bring candy, they're just gonna bring.
Should we just
candy
do? Well, let's get her reaction to the cup.
to the cup?
The candle in the cup.
Oh.
She would love it. She'd be so
Just
animated.
recreate all these old people TikTok videos
With her.
But I want to do the candy salad now, but I don't know what to tell them to bring. Bring something in a bag?
Just comment. Be like,
I need to.
Honest
I need
question.
a DM. I need a DM.
honest question. What
DM
did you
one
tell
of
your
them.
residents to bring?
DM one of them and be like, I want to do this with my grandmother and her friends where she lives in like assisted living.
Yeah, where she lives in her community.
In her retirement community kind of thing. What did you tell them to bring? Because if you said candy, God bless you. It's incredible that you said
Yeah,
candy.
right. Like, God
And we
bless you.
got-
This is an incredible
We got
video.
Metamucil and
Fiber. I love it.
fiber and cough
drops.
drops and lemon drops
And prunes.
that are cough drops.
And prunes.
Well, the prunes I can kind of see a little more. Because prunes I could give you, like, I don't have candy.
Oh, like
but I have
raisins.
prunes.
Or like raisins, yeah.
But other
Yeah.
people are like, I don't have candy, but I have my
Medicine.
pills.
I have- like, we have to do it.
My name is Brian, and I brought vitamin D.
But like, we'll have to go first. So be like, my name's Brian. I brought the bowl.
No,
And,
we're
like,
behind the camera. We're off camera.
Okay, I want to bring the bowl.
Okay.
Someone has to bring the bowl.
Okay. Well, the bowl's just there in these videos.
Yeah, but because the other one
Yeah.
is just the same person. Like the originals, it's just the same person.
Yeah, just dumping more candy in
Yeah.
there. Which, like...
It's stupid.
Why?
They're
It's
stupid. I
They're
didn't know-
very dumb.
I didn't know what the point
very dumb.
was.
One of them that was funny, and you have to... It took me a second. Because it was probably... It took me a second after seeing all these, because I was trying to find more and more and more. It was a guy, and I forget exactly what he does, but I think it was like, my name's Brian, and I bought M&Ms, and he dumps the M&Ms in. And it's like a regular bag that you would buy at a gas station of M&Ms.
Yeah.
Like, quick cuts, it's him sitting in front of the bowl again. Same guy. My name is Brian, and I brought M&Ms. It's a different bag of M&Ms, but it's still like plain M&Ms. Dumps it in there. Cuts back to him again. It goes on. I think it's like 10 times, but whatever it is, it's always, my name's Brian, and I brought M&Ms.
And did the bags just get bigger?
added-
Does the bag get
No, I
bigger?
think he might have peanut ones at some point. He might have... Oh, it's outside. He might have different flavors.
Okay.
But it's always, my name is Brian and I brought M&Ms. And he's just him
Where did
dumping
that
more M&Ms
originate?
in
Like,
the bowl.
what was the purpose?
I don't know.
Did
we,
it
could probably,
orig-
we could probably find it.
Did
It
it-
definitely originated on TikTok.
But did it originate with the older people, or was that a trend that they
I
did?
think it was a trend that got to them. But I don't know if it started with a group, if it started with a single person. I can look it up probably
The
right
ones
now.
that I saw, it was the same person, but it was like, they were like, the first one I saw, it was a man who was always dressed like a woman, but a different woman and with a different name.
Yeah.
But I was like, what's the punchline?
Oh, you know what's tripping me up? That clock's wrong.
Yeah, it's at 9 o'clock.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Happy daylight savings.
If you listen to this and you want to see these videos, head over to our YouTube channel and check out the video.
Go check out Peter and his Metamucil
Because
tablets.
they'll be there. Yep.
He's the best.
Go check out Shane and
Oh.
I brought, what did he bring?
Cough drop candies.
Cough drop. I brought cough drop candies.
But he does say cough drop candies.
Yes.
I love it.
My
Are they
name is-
Ludens? Because that's basically
My
candy.
name is Shane and I brought cough drop candies with my Domino's Pizza hat.
I love him. They were also cute.
And then my name is, I forget what his name was. I brought nice fruit flavored candies.
Unwrapped.
Unwrapped, as you do.
That's where it starts to get unhinged. As
Well,
soon
the
as,
lady in the wheelchair.
yeah,
in the
fruited.
Fruited candies. And it's unwrapped, just,
Is that what they're called? Fruited candies?
That's
I feel
what she
like
called
yes.
them.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
that's
That's what
what
she
they're
called
actually
them.
called. Because I
And
feel
she
like old
wasn't-
ladies don't mince their candy.
well, and she
names.
wasn't that old, because, like, older, I'd have been like,
She was in a wheelchair.
yeah, but she wasn't that old.
No,
my point.
she wasn't, no.
Older, I'd have been like, did you think they were gay? Is that why you said fruited?
Fruited.
If
Fruity
it was black
candies.
licorice, would you have said colored licorice? Like,
No.
whatever. No, they weren't. I said licorice. What you're thinking of was not licorice.
They were little babies.
What are they? Sugar?
Sugar babies.
Sugar babies.
Sugar daddies. Yep.
Yeah, look that up for a fun Google history. For
Yeah. I think that's what they were.
You. I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Because
so.
it was always like the big joke of like, you
I
haven't
think
lived until you heard someone refer to them and you're like, what?
But yeah, thank you for joining us once again. I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't remember.
Blame it on the hour we lost.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
probably.
It's gone in the abyss, that hour.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Probably not, but
The vodka, the Henny.
the Goose Town?
Blame it on
Boomstown? Something town
Blame it on the blue tab.
got me feeling
The
dizzy.
blue tab got me feeling dizzy. I think so. I used to joke that it was Boone's Farm because I didn't understand what he was saying at first.
It is.
Blame it on the Boone's Farm guy, but that's not what it is.
Yeah.
I can look it up. I guarantee you. Well, this is our last little bit since we went on this tangent of lyrics. I think it's Blue Tab
You could be right.
because it's supposed to be like the
Is it?
label. Blame it on the goose, got you feeling loose. Blame it on the Tron, got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol. Blah blah blah. Where's the chorus? Blame it on the goose, got you feeling loose. Blame it on the Tron. Blame it on the vodka. Blame it on the Henny. Blame it on the blue tap. Blame it on the blue tap. Got you feeling dizzy.
Yeah, it must be a kind of beer, I guess.
Could be. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. We will be here next week. Same podcast time, same podcast channel.
Same s'mores baby in the back.
If you're listening, review. I have to think of what it is. Review, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Tell all your friends and family to watch this. Tell your neighbor if you don't like him or not. Tell your coworkers. If you're watching this, comment, share. Same thing. Tell everybody you know to watch this.
There's no more bell?
Yeah, make sure you have notifications turned on. I got subscribe and then turn notifications on.
Yeah, I don't. Because no one really says that anymore.
No, but it's to turn notifications on. That's more of a... I don't know if that doesn't do much on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, maybe the
We also said they changed it because it used to be
algorithm
like and subscribe. Now Rhett and
It's
Link
like
are
comment and
saying
share.
commenting
Yeah.
and sharing. So I don't know if the algorithm changed, if
Probably.
they just changed.
It's probably the algorithm, yeah.
Who knows? I'm just here to hopefully make money off of this at some point in my lifetime, which I guarantee it will not. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. I posted art on everything but Threads. No, my art Instagram is Like App Incorporated. I posted on there. My art is also on our TikTok and our Blue Sky. If you're interested in that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, our back. Oh, you can't really see.
I covered the one from last week.
Yeah, but this is just the.
That's acrylic pour. Which I really don't. I don't like that those didn't take off for me because I like how they look as is. But I've already started putting stuff over top of them. That Bart Simpson one is over an acrylic pour.
Yeah.
Marvin the Martian is. The three
I like
upstairs
this one.
are.
It's very galaxy.
Yeah, that
it
was
needs something shimmery.
That was the
point. It
point.
needs some shimmers somewhere.
But thank you for all that. We love you, and as always, thank you for being a friend.